Hi, everyone. I'm Devona.
Hi, I'm Sherry, and this is the Independent Pop Up, your source for everything Black and indie.
Um, Today, we have a very special episode. Friends chatting with friends. We have the founders of Nobody Popular Clothing Company. This conversation was so funny, but it was also really enlightening. They took us through their journey, through their friendship, and how that's transformed into this really dope apparel line. We talk about, what it takes to bring the brand to life, and it's really a vibe. So we hope you enjoy. We will see you in a few. Today we have in the guest chair, our virtual guest chair, Nobody Popular, a clothing company based out of South Carolina. Um, some folks we know really well. Welcome, guys. Happy to have you here.
Yes, it's a pleasure to
If
be.
you will, for me, can you let the folks know who you guys are?
All right. My name is Darius. Go by the name of DeeLee. I'm happy to do this interview with y'all tonight.
Thank you.
Well, I'm Ricky, man. I'm Rick. I go by a lot of names. People probably gonna hear people call me Stu, Stuart, Rick, Richard. I got a lot of names. A lot of people call me Dot too, um, as well. I'm happy to be here with everybody tonight.
Yo, yo, I go by Harry. I can call me LJ though. Happy to see y'all tonight.
Cool.
Guys, this is exciting. This is exciting. It's kind of like a high school reunion for the four of us. Um, you know, we go back, and I think one of the recurring themes I see in this show is friendship. You guys have been friends for a long time. Sherry and I have been friends for a long time. Um, so we're we're just excited to have you here. Um, this is laid back, so feel free to be yourselves, get comfortable. First, we want you to take us into the journey of launching Nobody Popular. How and when did this idea come to you? Was it a collective effort? Was it a spark that one of you had, and it was kind of like, okay, got to bring the guys in? Take us through that journey a little bit.
Well, nobody popular. It started from going to a pop up shop one day. Me and him went together. He went to do some other work, had nothing to do with clothes. We wasn't even into no clothes. That wasn't it. But on the ride home, he driving. I'm in the passenger seat. I said, "Yo, I think we can do this right here." He kind of blew it off. I think he blew it off. He was
Come
like,
on, Ricky, you're the creative guy.
"Yeah, maybe we probably could." But maybe 3 days later, he hit me with like, "If we're gonna do this, we're gonna make it a brand. We ain't gonna be no t-shirt shop." And next thing up, you know what I mean?
Cool.
Yeah, so that's basically exactly what happened. I was we went to that pop up shop doing I was shooting some videography work for this pop up shop. We were seeing clothes, we were seeing a lot of things, and I actually had the name Nobody Popular for that. It was something that I was going by, doing videography. Um, like the name, maybe I'm going into another question, but the name
Okay.
was something that I wanted to kind of like to be in your, in your mental. Like if somebody asks you who shot that video, or if you saw a shirt at this point, you're gonna say, whose shirt is that? Where'd you get that from? And somebody's gonna say either nobody popular or nobody, right? So when they say that, when you get that, somebody's gonna say, no, like for real, where did you get that shirt?
Right.
So you say it again. And once you say it like 2 or 3 times, automatically it's locked in your head at that point. So it's kind of like some psychology into it too.
Cool. Yeah, that was definitely the question I was gonna ask. Kind of just what's the origin story behind the name? So you just gave me that, but that's great. Like I think that's pretty cool. And you're right, it sticks because when Devona told me about you guys, I was just like, who? And then I want to say we probably talked about you guys once, and from then I was just like, oh, nobody popular. Oh no, that's so dope. But yeah.
And on the flip side, he didn't want to be known as the camera guy.
Yeah. Right. I hate that. Yeah, I don't like that.
Cameraman.
Yeah, the cameraman. Come here, cameraman. Hey, cameraman, can you shoot this? Can you do that? Nobody popular. All right. Mm-hmm.
That is hilarious.
That's hilarious.
Let me take a step back. So I kind of hinted at, we all went to high school together. DeeLee, not to put your business out there, but we actually rode the bus together for like ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight out of Orangeburg. But tell us first, how long have you all known each other, and what roles have you all assumed since, kind of starting this company?
I've known Harry for 8th grade. That would have been Howard Middle School here in Orangeburg. I came from Brookdale, a school called Brookdale, and then I went to Howard and I met him. I met DeeLee somewhere in high school. I can't. Yeah.
I want to say 10th grade. We had a math class.
Yeah, he went to club.
Miss Winningham.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Middle school, the best middle school in Orangeburg.
Best middle school in Orangeburg.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But yeah, me and Ricky, man, we met. I want to say 10th grade. We had a math class, and then it was history since then.
All right.
And I also, knowing LJ in high school, we always see each other, and cool people. Right. We eventually linked up. So, from there on, we still linked tight. So,
That's dope.
Guys.
So what do each of you, what's your role within the collective organization?
Well, for me,
Harry's the visionary here.
Who's the visionary?
Harry.
He's the guy.
I mean, I wouldn't take that credit, but
He's talking about, oh man, I do a lot of the creative part. Like everything is pretty much a collective, right? When it comes to a lot of the clothes, everything is kind of like channeled through everybody. But everything that's laid out, as far as like anything that's on the computer until it gets to like the graphics and part, that's all me. A lot of the ideas for videography is kind of myself as well. But everything is pretty much even throughout everybody. It's always talked about. We kind of hang tight, really close. Like it's COVID now, and you see we're still like with no mask on around each other.
Right.
So obviously we're around each other, a great deal.
Right, I got you. Where do you find inspiration for your ideas? This is actually a two-part question. First, I have merch. I have things. Uh, got us a hat here, and you all recently launched some women's apparel, which I do have a shirt. I don't have it on because COVID is real, and I don't think it fits anymore. So, but I have it with the tag still on because, I'm gonna wear it one day. This is my
You are.
inspiration.
You are. Yeah.
I'm gonna get back in this shirt. But where do you find the inspiration for your ideas? Especially again, you all just launched some women's apparel. So, there are no women in the group per se. So how did we get into that? So I'll let you take the first question and then we can go into the second part of that.
So the first question is about how do we
Find inspiration.
just include.
Just
For me, it's all about having the passion for fashion. Is that wrong?
Yeah,
All right.
it
All right. I didn't mean to do that.
That did
But
it.
it's all, man. You can be inspired by anything. I get inspired by going outside, sitting in a room. I might be watching something on YouTube. I might watch a movie. I'm into a lot of that. Anything can inspire you, man. Anything. Reading books. I'm slowly getting more into that. Nature. For me, it's about what's going on. Like I'm heavily rooted into fashion. I've always been kind of like into that. Like I always kind of love to, dress. What about you guys?
Keep it simple. We don't go over the top with it. It's always simple. Simple said.
Also, I think we just pay attention. We like, I guess we kind of see what women wear. What's really kind of sort of, but we also try to put our little stamp on it as well.
so this wasn't in the questions, but we talked about this before. One thing that we like about the brand is that like Harry said in the beginning, it's not just a logo on a t-shirt or it's very thoughtful. I think the pieces that you put out are thoughtful, and they are of high quality. Like, how important was it that you kind of stood out from? Well, we know it's important that you stand out from everyone else, but how did take me kind of into the creative genius behind the designs and that sort of thing?
I think it goes back to that conversation that me and him had. When he brought the idea, it was something like, when he said it, it was like, okay. It took me like a day or two or three to kind of really think about it. And it was like, okay, all right, if we're gonna do it, we're really gonna do it. Like quality has to be first and foremost.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Quality over quantity in pretty much any situation. Because I think that when you provide quality for something, you kind of you're giving yourself a second shot, a second and a third shot. If we just sold you clothes or sold you a t-shirt, just bought you took a cheap t-shirt, printed something on it, and you bought it for whatever price that you bought it, and you got it, and it wasn't as of quality, we probably wouldn't see you again. We probably wouldn't be right here today. You probably wouldn't consider us as what you consider us. You probably would, look over us like, oh yeah, I supported those guys. I went to school with them, and that'll be the end of that conversation, right? It'll be like, okay, right. So it was important for us to start off with the quality high and keep it there, because I think it's harder trying to be cheap with quality or quantity, and then try to raise the bar, set the bar high, and keep it high.
Yeah. And you guys are always sold out. One thing um, when it comes to processes and production, you know, you always you kind of have like a rule of threes, and you have efficiency, or you have time, you have quality, and oh, what's the last one? Help me, Sherry. It can be high quality, it can be expensive, but it's going to take time to put out, or it could be low quality, inexpensive, and you can crank it out, you know, pretty quickly. You
You rest
know,
on the first side of that
yes.
quality.
But you guys do. I know that you, again, you're really thoughtful in what you put out. You you are sold out always, and you aren't. I think there's also a level of scarcity in, you know, what you have. You're not just cranking out like mass producing anything. So,
Right, right.
um, Sherry, I feel like I've been talking. I'm sorry.
You have. I love it. No, because Devona says she likes to be in the background, but here she is. She has like she's good at leading this and keeping it flowing. So, girl, I'm gonna let you flow. But I do want to take it back 1 minute just to talking about your friendship. So as you said, you guys have been friends for a very long time, and my question is, how has it been balancing your friendship and business? I mean, there's always something that can happen with that. So how do you guys separate, your friendship from your business? Because as we all know, like nobody always agrees on everything. So how do you keep yourselves productive business wise, without harming your friendship at all?
Well, I mean, we all know we want to be great at something. It takes a lot of sacrifices. So, I mean, we know that from the beginning. So, and we all have busy schedules. So, pre-planning and is big for us because all our schedules are different. So, I mean, we just take every approach, seriously. I mean, if something needs to be done over, we do it over. I mean, and also we all come together and agree and disagree on things. But for the most part, I mean, it's a work in progress. I mean, it's something we get better at. I mean, we might laugh and joke now, but when the time for business, I mean, we pretty much straightforward.
Cool. That's always good. I mean, it's always that's always a risk you could take. But I think at some point, especially when you've been friends as long as you guys have been friends, you tend to know each other. You really know each other. So it makes it a little bit easier because you know how each of you reacts to things. And so it kind of gives you that perspective, especially taking it onto the business side. So I think that's pretty dope. There's some gems. You guys could probably drop some gems out there for other people who are going into business with their friends. Uh,
I'd have to say, man, I was gonna let them boys answer. Man, listen.
We hold each other accountable too.
Yeah,
Man.
you definitely gotta hold each other accountable. We do that, like
real.
laugh and
If you ain't doing your part, we'll let you know, like, yo.
One monkey don't stop no show.
Yeah.
No, that's real. And I mean, I think you need that accountability in all relationships that you have. Like if you can't hold each other accountable, like how high do you rate that relationship in your life? You know what I'm saying?
At this point, I don't know how old everybody. Well, I know how old we are. But hey,
They're older than us.
how old they are. You're just not supposed to do that. But at this point in our lives, you know, those finicky relationships, you don't need to even have those, right? Like
That's real.
you should be at a point where either we're trying to do something or we're doing something, and that's it, man. That's pretty much it. There's no room for you know foolishness, so to speak.
That's the key to life right there.
Okay.
Keys to life. Let me write that one down. Intentional relationship.
Y'all out here giving self-help tips and didn't even know it.
Hey man, hey, we try.
Um, so my next question for you guys is with where you are now, and as we were speaking previously about starting with high quality and keeping it there, what expansions, or have you guys even considered expansions for Nobody Popular at all? Are there other retail categories that you want to enter into, or I don't know, maybe like accessories, pens, or anything like that? Like, is that something that you guys have thought about? I mean, like, you have the hats, you have the shirts, like the clothing apparel, but is that something else that you guys are thinking about, kind of expanding and venturing out a little different?
Like those pins that people put on like hats and jackets.
Yeah, and like hats and
Yeah.
jackets and stuff.
We selfishly asked that because I collect pins, so
So y'all want some peas?
Yeah.
throwing it out there.
Definitely.
Future, I think we will. I guess we kind of, our face kind of new to this clothing brand, so we're really trying to push the branding, for probably the next. I say for a while, and then as we grow, and we are looking to accessories, but I mean we did trial and errors on, as you can see, cups. I mean we do have some pens. You were saying,
Yeah,
but we stickers. Yeah, we got stickers.
we got a lot of things that we haven't shown people yet. So it's kind of like trial and error. Until we can kind of like give it that premium quality that we're looking for, that we're excited about, and that we think other people will be excited about. We're going to keep working at it.
Okay, cool. No, that's good to know. I like how you guys do that. That's pretty dope.
If you are to see,
And we definitely want to get into more into cutting and sewing, like more of a more intentional part of designing.
Okay.
So cutting and sewing is something that I'm interested in.
Okay. I like the transparency there in terms of trial and error.
Yeah.
You know,
That's real. That's huge. I mean, it just goes to back what you're saying. Like you're building your brand, and so like even for people that haven't tried anything that you guys have, just from this conversation alone, like the takeaways is it's high quality, and they're not just gonna throw something out there because other people are doing it. Like if it doesn't fit you guys, it just doesn't fit you guys. So I mean, that in itself, separates you from other people who are just trying to make a quick buck.
definitely.
That's definitely one of the things we talk about a lot. It's the difference between
For a hustle versus branding.
t-shirt companies and clothing brands. It's two different things.
Real.
In our opinion, in our opinion, I want to say that. We can say that.
I like what you said about there being a difference between a hustle and a brand. Because branding should be intentional, and I think that's one step as a marketer. That is one step that I see missing a lot. People, I understand being excited about this new idea or this, cool design that you had in mind, and you want to put it out there. But your brand is your story, your brand is your voice, your brand is like the face of your company. So it's very important to carefully craft that. Um, Good stuff. So
I say actually, it took us maybe about a year and a half, maybe before we actually launched the items we have. Because, like you said, we kept going back and forth. Is it acceptable? You know what I'm saying? Do we need to go back and change this, change that?
Yeah, we revamped. We revamped a lot.
Man.
oh yeah.
2017 was. I'm sorry, we might be jumping the gun, but 2017 it was pretty much created. Like the child was born in 2017, but people didn't see it until 2019.
Mhm.
Just to be I guess transparent, it was us just trying to make sure that everything was right. As far
Yeah.
as the logo, the idea, before the logo, it was just the idea.
Yeah.
Then after the idea was okay, what's gonna be the logo at that point? Like, and we spent
That was the hardest.
we spent like a number of nights just trying to figure out what would be our logo. We had like
Trees,
monkeys,
birds.
everything that you would, everything that a brand would try to do. And we actually met someone, and I gave the idea to them. And once I did that, um, me and that person probably spoke on the phone as he was doing it, maybe 2 hours, just having conversation about other things and also sharing screens like we're doing now. And we were talking about the logo, like what should we do here? And obviously it was right in our face. It was
Right.
just what you see now, this P with the space in the middle, giving it the N and the P as well. So it was almost genius. So we knew we had gold. We just kind of had to, prepare it as such.
Now that's real. That tells the real story. I mean, that's the real story of entrepreneurship. Like anybody can come up with an idea, but it's the work you put behind it, to kind of bring that to life. So I love hearing stories like that. Sorry, I love hearing
I
stuff like
know.
that.
I'm just like, y'all are really like, a lot of times when I have conversations with men, most men tend to be visionary, but somebody in the room is detail oriented.
Yes.
Which one of you is it? Who is the quality inspector of the group? Like, I mean, a year and a half. Yeah, who's the perfectionist of the group? Please, Ricky.
Why I gotta be?
I'll tell you what,
You're the creative, so
piece of lint be on her shirt. He going, we got to get that up off of there. The spot, we not selling that.
Yeah, it kind of do go like that. Just because now I'm
your
very
first impression is everything.
Right.
is everything.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
You don't get a second chance to make that.
Yeah, right.
If we would have sent you that shirt with something on it, you'd have been like, oh.
I sure would have. Sent a message.
You'd have been like, Ricky, I don't know if you noticed. Maybe you didn't, maybe you did. I don't know. But I got the shirt, and I was trying to support you guys and but I had this stain on it. And that's just not gonna cut it. Like
right.
so to cut all of that information out, we just gonna, we're gonna be very detailed and very keen on everything. We kind of want to make, an experience for the consumer. So you'll be back.
Okay.
I love it. You guys are selling me. Like, I am sold. I'm like, dang, I need to go drop some coins because I'm sold. I'm like, I need a little bit of everything.
Appreciate it. Definitely.
It feels good to actually support. Not that, I mean, of course, we all try to be intentional with our dollars, but additionally, we love Black brands. But then to be able to have this conversation, to learn more, I mean, this right here is exactly why Devona and I wanted to kind of do this. But it makes me like, I'm like, okay, I got to go get some stuff from you guys because you put so much love and passion into your craft, and obviously your product represents that, and it represents you. And so that, I don't know, that's dope. Y'all out here working. I appreciate it.
Okay. Building the brand, building the empire. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. And I know I look forward to following your story, both personally and professionally. Um, Tell us what's next. What I know you said that, y'all are focusing on the apparel. Ricky, you talked about kind of getting into actual like fabric
Design. Yeah.
What's next?
Can't tell y'all everything.
Yes, you can.
She said, yes, she can. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
It wouldn't be exciting if we told you everything. We have to give you a to be continued.
I mean,
They're trying to secure. They're trying to secure another episode. That's all that is.
right. They want a season 2.
So when COVID's over and we're both blossoming, you know, as a brand, and as you guys are doing what you're doing, and when we can all see each other again, we're gonna have the same type of discussion, but we're gonna be elevated even higher.
Yes,
I see your
and you're
vision.
going to be cutting fabrics.
Exactly.
I like it.
Yes.
No, that's dope. They're really not gonna tell us anything. I thought they were kidding, but they're being serious, so it's okay.
Hey.
We got a spring line coming out, you know. Like, spring's coming, spring, summer.
Well, how about this?
We
When, like Devona just said, can you give us when can the people expect to see some newness from you guys?
See that?
Like fall, or is that just way too much? Or can you say sometime this year?
Oh, definitely this year. We're gonna work. We definitely gonna work throughout the year. We still have winter to finish out, and then we're gonna we try to do seasonal drops.
Okay.
It's not gonna be like a mass amount of stuff. That's just not what we're into, you know. And then like we said, we touched on before, it's not like we're this big manufacturing company. We do everything ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So it's only 3 of us.
Yeah.
And we all have schedules, we all have things that we want to do, but this is the passion and this is what we're striving to excel our families and build generational wealth off of just this. So that's where we at.
I love to hear it.
all right. Well, we appreciate you all spending some time with us, you know, spending your Friday night with us. Our interview isn't over just yet.
Nope, we got a little
one more segment.
One more little segment. Surprise.
Speed round or something like that. They got
since y'all don't want to tell us anything, we just go.
Yeah. And it came with a different one. All right. What y'all got?
No, it's something we like to do. It's completely fun. It's nothing you have to think about or prepare for. We just like to play a little game of this or that. So, since the 3 of you,
When you say this or that, are you asking all of us? Or are you asking us like individual? Is it
each of you?
I want each of you to answer all of the this or that. Yeah.
All right.
This should be good.
I can plead the 5th. What's tomorrow?
No, you cannot plead the 5th. You cannot say neither.
Just pick one. It's all right.
Pick one.
Yeah, it's not. I promise you, it's not. It's not even that hard. It's fun stuff. So, okay. So I'll kick it off. First question, and I guess if you guys just want to kind of go in order that you're sitting, that's totally fine too. So first question, J's or Air Maxes?
J's.
I do both myself.
It depends, man.
Give me the J's. J's. Give me the J's.
J's.
Yo.
Give me the J's.
Do it again.
I have more J's than Air Max.
Hashtag let people know.
I love it.
All right. Next question. Sweatshirt or hoodie?
Hoodie.
Give me the hoodie.
All right, next question. This one.
Oh.
Whoop.
Depends on the weather, man. Kind of what's going on. I might do the crew neck.
You just gotta pick one. It's all right.
Hoodie.
There's no wrong answer. There's no wrong answer here.
All right, hoodie.
All right, cool. This one, you guys might surprise me with this one. I'm not sure. I think I know what you guys are gonna say, but I think you might surprise me. Online or in-store shopping?
Online.
Oh, yep, you surprised me.
I actually thought y'all would say that just because you're an online company, but
Thought you would say in-store just because it's apparel. So you get like styling ideas and things like that because you still have a visual aspect to it.
You do, but you have that online as well, and I like the exclusiveness on online. Like I might, I'm gonna try to buy something ain't
That's not
nobody
even
have
sold.
on.
Yeah.
Like I don't even want you to even be looking like me.
Well, in-store doesn't mean a big chain store. There's so many small boutiques.
Yeah, I like boutique. So if
No.
you would have said boutiques over department stores, I would
Yeah.
definitely said boutique.
All right,
you just said
That makes
in-store shopping.
we did.
All right. All right. So, next question: cups right side up or upside down after you wash them?
Cups upside down or right upside down.
Down.
So they can drain.
Who puts them the other way?
People do.
People do.
Not us, but
I'm about to say, y'all do that? Right side, like that? Oh, I'm gonna have a problem with that. That's gonna be bad. Like,
while we laughing, Yeti actually, I think it's Yeti, actually said you need to dry their stuff like right side up. And I'm like,
Yeti, probably because it dries. I don't know why. Why would they?
I'm not a science person, so I can't tell you.
Wipe mine out though when I wash if I dry it over the napkin.
Even when it's the other way.
I don't leave. I don't. It don't last that long.
All right. But yeah, the other way.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
That way. All right. Last question. New York or LA?
Like,
Okay.
I am shocked. What?
That too.
Why?
I'm just shocked. Y'all literally look like New York right now.
Really?
Yes.
A plaid shirt. On
Yes.
top of a t-shirt.
Yes.
I look like what?
Y'all look very New York right now.
I think that was.
Fellas,
I think this would be.
hat, trucker hats.
I mean, I drive truck.
So simple. I love that it's so simple with you.
It's simple.
Is that all the questions that I wanted more?
One more.
That's it.
That's it. I mean, we can give you some other ones.
Give us one more, because y'all might start.
Let's see.
We're not a troublemaker. Nobody's troublemakers.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Um,
Ooh, you know which one we should ask? I probably know what they're gonna say though.
go ahead. I wonder if
So we're talking about grits.
Ritz?
Yes, grits. Sugar or salt?
Salt.
Okay.
Sugar?
We were gonna have to cut your episode if you said sugar.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
oh, somebody do.
You?
Who eat sugar and grits?
You.
No, absolutely not.
Sugar don't belong in grits. It belongs in oatmeal. It don't belong in grits.
Sugar though.
Oatmeal belongs in the trash.
Yeah, I ain't with the oatmeal. I ain't with oatmeal. But who says sugar and grits?
People
A lot of people.
do.
What's that like?
City folks.
No.
do that.
Oh, y'all gonna say
Right.
is it Chicago? Or
I
something?
don't know anyone here. I can't say I don't know that many people here, so I can't say that. But I don't know anyone that puts sugar in grits. But I've seen people do put sugar in grits.
Yeah, when I lived in DC, there's this popular restaurant. I'm not going to say the name of it because I don't need the native spam in my comments.
Right.
But there's this popular soul food restaurant. I guess we can call it soul food. It's a dive actually, and I was so excited because they had grits, and it wasn't like brunch. You know, that's the only time in DC where people eat grits. They're like, oh, shrimp and grits, but they don't eat grits otherwise. Got home, and I got a large container too. Got home. There was two regrets.
It was, oh man, that's the.
I would have been disappointed. You look like you still feel that. You still feel that disappointment.
I remember the time.
I do. I remember what I was wearing and everything.
Oh yeah, that was that was
So,
horrible.
yes. One more, and then we gotta wrap up because I know y'all have lives. So,
All right, go ahead.
all right. Netflix or YouTube?
YouTube.
All right.
Ooh.
Information highway, baby.
I like y'all dudes. I know I like these guys. I knew that.
All day.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Crack them up.
Yes.
You do.
Yep.
This has been a lot of fun.
It
We really
has.
appreciate you taking the time to come on and chat with us, coordinating schedules, making sure that you all had it together. And listening to this conversation, I'm not surprised.
No.
And even leading into this meeting, or into this call, you all had questions. You all had good questions, and I could feel the excitement in the questions. So thank you so much. Again, I'm really looking forward to following your journey. Hopefully, when the world opens back up the way it should, as you said, we will definitely take you up on your offer to actually do this again in person.
Yes.
in the
Absolutely.
studio.
Right. Perfect. That works for us.
Appreciate
man.
y'all.
Thank you so much. You guys have been our first interview. Like this is our first one, so appreciate that. Thank you. This is history to make it for us.
Well, we are glad to be a part of it.
We
So,
are.
yeah.
I'm excited for your journey too. I mean, Devona's known you guys longer, but I feel like I know y'all now. So I'm excited to watch you grow and blossom as well.
Thank you. We
Yes.
wish to say for you guys too. We're gonna be watching from afar. Not from too far, but from afar. We're gonna let y'all do y'all thing, but we definitely gonna be watching. I'm gonna be watching.
Appreciate
Cool.
that. Appreciate that.
Absolutely.
All
But if
right.
you guys don't have anything else, I think we're good on our end too. So thank you for your time. Thank you for just kicking it with us. We just having a good time. I really appreciate it.
Yes. You are just one point of reference. You are the first Black male indie company that we've interviewed so far. Not the only, but the first. So you all are making history for us as well.
Yeah.
Be a part of that, man.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
You don't get that every day. Yeah, it's
Bunch
just
of nobody.
That's cool.
just a bunch
A bunch of nobodies. Okay. Y'all can't say that for too long.
But I think that's the funny part as well because they were popular in school, so the name is an oxymoron a bit. 'Cause I'm like, but people know y'all.
it's psychology.
That's what you tell us. Thanks again, guys. Y'all have a good night. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for another episode of the Indie Pop Up. I look forward to seeing you next time.
Love and light. Peace.